Now, it's been a busy week for the Gauteng Transport MEC, Jacob Mamabolo, who held engagements with representatives of driving schools as well as e-hailing companies. All parties resolved to work together to address issues facing the transport sector in the province. Let's unpack what came out of these meetings with the MEC now. MEC Mamabolo, thank you very much for your time here on ENCA. Now, first of all, can you tell us what happened during these engagements during the course of the week?
Well, good morning to you, to all the viewers, and let me thank you for the opportunity. And to that extent, I'm very much pleased on behalf of the provincial government in Gauteng province to announce that in both discussions and meetings we had, first with the driving school associations, second with the e-hailing industry, particularly the management of Bolt and Uber. In both cases, the parties had actually agreed that the issues that have caused protests and led to people taking to the streets are better dealt with around a negotiating table. And in the case of driving schools, we have agreed that we must establish a consultative forum, and this forum we call the Gauteng Driving School Association Forum. And this is where 4 issues will be dealt with as standing items on the agenda. The first one that really worries the driving schools is the fact that the industry is not regulated. Everyone, every person from anywhere, at any time can just establish a driving school. There's no database, there's no registration like with the financial services. There's no certificate that authorizes you to teach and educate people how to drive. And that is causing chaos. Related to that is that we've got officials, allegedly, who are in the DLTCs and who own driving schools, as alleged. And they privilege their own driving schools, competing with the driving schools of the ordinary residents of our province and business people. They manipulate booking systems, procedures, and everything to trade in and sell. Booking slots to give people and issue learners licenses, driver licenses, in a manner that borders on corruption. The third issue is we have agreed we must place on the agenda the e-notice booking system, because this is a web-based system, and we need to ensure that the traffic of volumes of the people that seeks to access the website, the technological environment in the DLTCs, and the overall performance of technology. It's a matter that we're going to be consistently looking at and making sure that it addresses all the concerns. The last point is we have agreed that because we are the economic hub of the country, we battle migration, we service people in the neighboring provinces. The DLTCs that we have are not enough, and we therefore need to improve the supply capacity of government to meet the huge demand for driver's licenses.
All right,
and to that extent,
I just need to jump in there.
We have agreed that
because I've got limited time. So, according to the statement sent to us from your department, you stress that the monthly forum will conduct performance review and evaluation of each testing center to determine the levels of performance and service delivery. Now, what's going to happen if you find that some centers are not delivering to, to the people's needs? Are people's heads going to roll? Are you going to deal with them in a decisive way?
You know, last year in November, we announced that we are going to conduct the first of its kind, never done before, forensic investigation into corruption as it relates to poor performance and corruption in general. We unfortunately took time, delays, because we had to follow supply chain processes. We couldn't breach the rules on procuring such an important intervention. So we are finalizing that. So the poor performance linked to allegations of corruption is precisely what the forensic investigation is going to deal with. Heads will definitely roll.
Just give us an overview very quickly, MEC, of the backlog and how it's looking. I know that a lot of the people who were protesting against the department were saying that, you know, the online system does not work for them, and the backlog was quite large in November last year. How's it looking now?
So two things are important there. The first one is that the e-notice system, with whatever challenges that it has, it is performing its services huge number of people every day. And we have got the statistical dashboard at which we look at its daily performance. Having said that, it doesn't mean the system does not have its performance issues like being available, convenience to the users. Those issues are there. We are improving on them. But with respect to the backlog, we are quite confident. Remember now, and you'll see us next week, we are launching the SMS system backed up by massive advertising, in which we will be calling on people to renew their numbers, their contact details with us. We will be asking them to respond when we issue SMSs. So we are now going to give people slots without people asking for them, particularly and most importantly for driver license renewals. And then, of course, we will still have to improve the fact that in the DLTCs, the officials and the managers are dragging their feet. They are not processing things quick and fast, so that is another challenge. But just the slots alone, we are going to be giving people slots. We don't think people who want to comply with the law should not be looking for slots to comply with the law. We must give them because they want to comply.
All right, thank you very much, MEC, for your time here on ENT. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. That is, of course, Gauteng's Transport MEC, Jacob Mamabolo.